cold weather certainly helping set the stage for what should be a physical primetime contest at Pittsburgh's Acrisure Stadium. But tonight we kick off Week 13 with a great Thursday night matchup, as it'll be the Cleveland Browns taking on the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Please welcome your 2026 Pittsburgh Steelers.
On the visiting sideline, their head coach. His guys come in here winners of 2 straight. On the other side, the head coach of the home team. His guys ready to feed off the energy in this building as they try to win one in front of the home crowd. About set to begin another week of football, and happy to have you along. We are underway on Thursday night primetime.
And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. So here come the Browns for their first drive on offense.
They'll be led out by their rookie quarterback from the University of West Virginia.
I like this guy, and the reason I do, he tends to stand an even keel. Doesn't let too much ruffle him. He will manage the game the way it needs to be managed, take what the defense gives him, and then he can strike at times. Had a touchdown pass. Yes, he had an interception last week, but he found a way for his team to win.
The numbers for goal on the ground last week. 9 carries, 57 yards.
Well, obviously he didn't have a great deal of time between games, having to turn around on a short week and get ready for Thursday night football. But he said in pregame he was feeling pretty good and felt more recovered from last week's contest than he would have expected. Didn't seem to think this short week was going to affect him much as he chases a big performance here in prime time.
And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run. On first down, it's goal. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
First and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. Gore is going to go backwards. He'll lose yardage back to the 5.
Okay, ready?
Back at the 5-yard line now. Second and goal.
Ready?
Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year.
And the Browns will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight.
The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
So out come the Steelers now for their first drive. And they will be led out by a guy certainly still trying to prove himself here in the league, the young rookie quarterback.
And there's a lot of good to watch in the game last week. He threw 4 touchdown passes. A little bit of concern throwing the 2 interceptions.
Yeah, the 2 pick.
Yeah, you want the ratio really to be closer to 3-to-1 as opposed to the 2-to-1 that he had. But it is something to build on. They did get the win, didn't they?
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Now Glennon.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there. And it's second down.
Brings up second and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Glennon. It's brought in left side by Tate. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 41-yard line. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got him the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
So a first and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 41. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34. From the 34-yard line, here's second and 3.
Second and 3.
Back to throw here. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3.
3 yards to go.
They'll look to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well, and kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
Now Ellington lost the football. It's out. And he takes it back to the house. A fumble recovery for a Steelers score. So problems here on special teams, and it results in the scoop and the score.
They talk all the time on special teams about keeping your head on a swivel, trying to see the whole field. Hard to do when things are going that fast, bodies all over the place. You're just trying to find the right guy to align yourself with. On that play, wow.
Aubrey good with the PAT.
And the lead is now 10-7.
Round 7.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Browns offense and their quarterback coming out for their second drive. And he's been a real threat in the red zone and beyond. As you take a look at the NFL leaders in rushing touchdowns by a QB, you'll notice he's worked his way into the top 5 at this point of the season. They go with a shuffle pass, and it's complete. And some room to maneuver. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. 33 yards that time.
Good for a Browns. First down. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Here's Smith. That's taken in by Henderson. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Well, these two teams met in Cleveland earlier in the year with the Browns coming out on top. So if they can win here in Pittsburgh, they'll be able to claim the season sweep.
Here's Smith. Complete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. 3rd down.
You look at this Steeler defense.
They're a top 5 unit right now against the pass in the league. In fact, they sit at number 5.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5.
And they're going to have themselves another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 25-yard line. A strong pickup of 11 keeps their drive alive.
The 25-yard line.
And he'll score. Touchdown, Browns. Spencer Ware taking it in from 24 yards out.
And the Browns are once again back in front.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is now 14-10. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
So Pittsburgh retakes the field for their second offensive possession. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. Second quarter action from Pittsburgh. It is the Steelers in control of the football as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. They'll set up to throw. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. It'll be a loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down. And not what you're looking to do on 3rd and 1, completing the pass, but going backward.
I have zero explanation for that because 3rd and 1, you just figure snap, throw, 1st down, right? Easy play. But end up losing yardage on it. That's hard to account for.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Now a handoff up the middle. Tate. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Well, I think after that run, the defense get back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
From just shy of midfield, Glennon. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another 1st down.
At the 47-yard line.
Up the middle they go. It's Tate. He's got it to the 43 here.
But that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning it in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane. Hit.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Glennon got his man complete over the middle. That's Tate. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard.
Here we go.
They run the counter. Tate. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
Let's go.
Now back to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Steelers try it, but they come up empty on 4th down. And this 10-play drive winds up yielding nothing. The Cleveland offense ready to go. They're riding a 2-game winning streak into this Thursday nighter. How easy is it when you're on a roll to stay on a roll given the quick turnaround?
Well, you would think it'd be pretty easy because everyone's locked in practice and meetings because everyone feels good about themselves. And for coaches, this is where they have to tell themselves, don't add too much. Don't worry about game plans as much as players. So look at your play sheet and think, give it to the guys who play best, and don't worry about the rest of it.
on Smith. Looking middle, and that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
They'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
At the 40-yard line.
Now a play fake, and it's Smith. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Well, that one was all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Smith now to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. The Browns passing game finding its stride. They've got another first down. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Smith. Over the middle, complete. It's Henderson. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. That time they hit him out of the slot on the drag.
And that route takes some fortitude from the guy running it because he knows he's going through the briar patch, as I like to call it, right? He's trying to work his way through all that traffic, and people want to put a little contact on him. Really well done.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Spencer Ware, his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 14 on the year. And the Browns will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes it a 21-10 game.
Steelers 10.
So that drive goes 8 plays. And it's finished off by a Spencer Ware touchdown run. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Steelers offense and their running back getting set to go once more. And they love to find different ways to get him the football. We know that. And you can see he comes into this week 2nd in the NFL in receiving yards out of the backfield. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Well, not much time remains here in this first half. We'll see if they can get something out of this drive, at least a field goal. They can certainly use it down by 2 scores. And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. 47 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. Defensively, they were in the 3-4, and that O-line just dominated the D-line there.
Let's go with a verbal telestrator here because that D-line has a nose over the center, and it has the 2 defensive ends over the offensive tackles. That means the guards don't have anyone over the top of them. That creates a natural bubble inside where they sprint upfield, take on the inside linebackers, and if the back hits it fast enough, there should be space to run.
And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter.
Okay, ready?
They'll throw now on the final play. He'll rifle this one deep right side. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So past the halfway point of the season and now past the halfway point of this game. We skip halftime and get right back to the action. Set to begin the third quarter. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. The Steelers offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. And he's been one of the most consistent pieces of their offense all year long, no doubt. Shouldn't be much of a surprise then to see him among the league leaders in rushing here late in the season.
Oh, here's a fake on the jet sweep, and they'll look to throw it off play action.
And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Second and 10.
They're going to look to throw. And that is incomplete.
This defense has passed its first 2 tests by forcing back-to-back incompletions. They know that there's probably another throw coming on third down. Let's see if they decide to force the issue by sending people on a blitz.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's fourth down. The Steelers send out their punter now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Heading out is the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here.
Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. They've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So, to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave them with a second and just a few inches left.
Here we go.
At the 30-yard line.
Now a draw play for Gore. 7 yards there and a first down.
That's good.
Second and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on third down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That's good for a Cleveland first down and 11-yard pickup.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try to put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
They work now on 2nd and 9.
Ready?
They'll stick to the ground game with Gore. And he is going to lose yardage here. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage.
Now the terrible towels in full force now as the Steelers get set to defend this 3rd and long.
From the gun on third down, Smith. And this won't be enough. A good secure tackle, and they stop him a few yards shy at the 46. A gain of 8 there on the play. And it'll be 4th down. The Browns send out their punter now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback.
Pittsburgh set to take over again on offense. Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3 and out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Let's go.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on third down. And you know what offenses want? Win first down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on first down. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
First and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Here we go, set.
Now a handoff up the middle. It's Tate.
And this is going to be a Steelers first down as we get this up to about the 42.
Another Steelers first down. First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
Well, thanks for joining us here on a Thursday night in the NFL. Third quarter, 2nd and 10 coming up.
Caught right side, Tate. Dances by him. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 42. That one good for 16 as the drive continues.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Let's go.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Looking left side, he's got it complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
That's good for us.
Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first.
First and 10 at the 19-yard line.
On first down, Tate. And he will maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. And that's also all for this third quarter of play. Back now in Pittsburgh. It's the Steelers with the football, but trailing here as we get going in quarter number 4.
Now a 2nd and 10.
He'll drop to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. It'll be a gain of 5. And it's 3rd and 4 now.
That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 4.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
They'll look to throw here. And that is incomplete.
What an excellent defensive stand there in the red zone. Nice tight coverage. They certainly recognized how important it was to bring up 4th down here.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown. A 12-yard touchdown grab.
And the Steelers have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. Well, time to let those folks know who are tuning in looking for the late local news. We may be a moment because we've got a game again.
And partner, except for those on the West Coast where it'll be seen in its regular time, right? That's the way it works, doesn't it? But how about that? Big-time drive right there. If they're going to have any chance, they needed a touchdown there, and they went right down the field and worked their way into the end zone.
Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion. They'll look to throw. And this is caught. They got it. And that could be an important 2 points. It gets them back within a field goal. I guess the coach looked at the 2-point cheat sheet, said go for it, get it to a 3-point game, and they did it.
Yeah, and sometimes you just throw out time of game. You don't worry about that. There's just a feel sometimes in making that call, and he felt good about what he had for a 2-point conversion, and now they're only down 3 and feeling great about themselves.
And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. They've been asleep for a little while on this side of the football, Charles, and the score is just a one-score game now. Haven't had any points this half. What gives?
Let's go old school here. All right, let's get back to the basics. Get back to running the football, high percentage throws. Find the guys that eat pressure and make plays for you and make sure they touch it.
An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards. Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10. And he picks up about 6 as he gets this down to the 41.
Taken down at the 41. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
Here now, 2nd and 4.
Let's go.
Another carry now for Gore.
And an excellent job of finding the opening as he's got this now all the way down to the 22.
1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Up the middle they go with Gore. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
I'm sure that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground. Keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
A gain of 2 there on the heels of a 1-yard pickup on 1st. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Now Smith.
He's got his target. That's complete. Well, the Browns are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
15 yards. That's another Browns 1st down. 1st and goal at the 3-yard line.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Smith.
Toward the pylon, but it's incomplete.
So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. They'll try and push it in with Gore. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal.
Try to take this home, they'll run.
Another carry for the running back.
Defense didn't budge on 3rd down. Now what are we going to see on 4th?
We're soon to find out, but does this feel like old school football or what?
Oh,
right?
Yeah.
This is an old-fashioned goal line stand. I know what I would call on offense. I would go for it. I want some type of a play where my quarterback has a chance to run it or throw it. I don't just want one static play.
And his kick is good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3.
18.
So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown the other direction, all of a sudden they're down.
And a nice return sets them up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
30-yard line.
So now the Steelers down by 6, 65 seconds remaining. They need a touchdown. A field goal is worthless now as they come up on 1st and 10. Glennon. And oh, that one nearly intercepted. That would have sealed it. Instead, it'll be 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Viking 18.
Here's Glennon. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
That was well played, but that was also an example of a corner who understands his coverage, realized he had support behind him, and could be a little more aggressive in the shorter zone, and did exactly that, knocking that pass away.
This definitely 4-down territory at this point, but a critical 3rd down here. That is caught.
And some space here. And he is in as they have tied it late here in the final minute of the 4th quarter.
So a nice touchdown pass for the rookie there. And, you know, as they go down the stretch, look, they're not a playoff team. This is just confidence building and growth time for him, right?
Yeah, it's a game within the game, isn't it? Because every team wants to win all games on their schedule. But the development of this rookie quarterback is paramount for this team. So you're exactly right. Every rep, doesn't matter what the game, what the situation, what the score, valuable for him, valuable for his team as they look towards next year.
Aubrey now for the PAT.
And they have taken the lead here in this fourth quarter.
Makes the score.
So they only needed 3 plays on that drive.
And it's capped off by the touchdown and the ever-critical extra points. So it is a 1-point lead here in the final minute of action.
And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. And now the attention, it turns to the Browns. Trailing by a point, 44 seconds to go. They've surrendered a double-digit lead, but can rescue themselves late as they come up on first down. A dump-off here for Gore. And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play.
Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. Second down, 8 yards to go. Smith to throw.
Now they go screen. It's complete. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining.
Smith's going to throw it. Throw out wide is incomplete.
Partner, they've got one chance left to keep this one going, and I think for you and me, let's think along with their offensive coordinator now. Has to think back, cycle through every play of this contest, and remember what's worked and what hasn't. Because right here, he needs the best play of the game in order to keep this one alive.
Too far for a field goal. They've got to go. It's fourth down.
They snap it to Smith.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will get out of bounds here as well. What a play. Big yardage. They stop the clock. And they move it to the boundary of field goal range as well. Smith.
It's a short one here, complete to his tight end.
And he's going to get out of bounds with the first down. So an ideal set of circumstances there. They move the chains, and they save that final timeout.
They'll try it up the gut with Gore. The Browns will quickly use their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to almost certainly win the football game. And his kick is indeed good. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. And you know, in an era of cost-cutting and maximizing your roster, this is a club that does not skimp on special teams, and in these situations, it pays dividends.
And that's great vision by the organization. When the difference between winning or losing depends on who you have kicking the ball, would you rather have a street free agent out there or a solid pro like this? Answer's pretty evident to me.
Here's 1st and 10.
Back to throw. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock.
It's 2nd down and 10.
Here comes 2nd down.
Back to throw.
Over to complete to Moss. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. Well, it took us until the final play, Charles, to officially decide a winner. Although on that last play they were so backed up, it would have taken a miracle.